If you're watching this because you feel like you've lost yourself somewhere along the way, like your own voice has gotten so quiet you're not sure you'd recognize it anymore, I want to tell you about a woman named Grace. Grace was 23 when she got married. By 31, she couldn't remember the last time she'd made a decision: what to cook, who to see, how to spend an afternoon, without running it through someone else's approval first. It didn't happen all at once. It never does. It happened one small surrender at a time, until the woman who used to have opinions about everything had gone quiet in her own home. She told herself it was normal. She told herself every marriage required compromise. She told herself that as long as nobody was raising a hand, she had no right to call it anything worse than difficult. It took her 8 years to say the word to herself: controlling. It took her almost 2 more to say the word leave. I'm not telling you this to dwell on it. I'm telling you because the leaving is only ever the first sentence of the story, and it's the part people think is the hardest. It isn't. Grace left with 2 kids, 1 suitcase each, and a bank account with $340 in it, because she hadn't been allowed near the real one in years. She moved into her sister's spare room at 33 years old, sleeping on an air mattress that deflated by morning, listening to her children breathe in the dark, and wondering, honestly wondering, if she'd made a catastrophic mistake. Here's what nobody warns you about starting over. It doesn't feel like freedom at first. It feels like free fall. She got a job at a call center, the first job she'd held since her 20s, answering phones for 9 hours a day, coming home to homework and dinner and a body that ached in a way it never had before. Her ex told anyone who'd listen that she was making a mistake, that she'd come crawling back within the year. She didn't call anyone crawling, but there were nights she cried in the shower so her kids wouldn't hear it, because that was the only room in the house with a lock. If you're in your free fall right now, whatever it looks like for you, I need you to hear this part. Grace didn't have a breakthrough. She had a Tuesday, an ordinary Tuesday, where her daughter asked her to help with a school project, and Grace realized, sitting at the kitchen table, that she was answering the question herself, not wondering what someone else would think of her answer first, just answering it out loud, like it was hers to give. She sat with that feeling for a long moment before she understood what it was. It was her own voice, still there, just buried, not gone. That's the part I actually want you to remember more than anything else in this story. Whatever's been silenced in you is not the same as whatever's been destroyed in you. Grace's voice hadn't disappeared. It had just been waiting for a room quiet enough and safe enough to be heard in again. From there, it wasn't fast. It was small. She asked for a raise and got it, and was shocked that asking hadn't ended in punishment. She signed her daughter up for the dance class she'd wanted for 2 years without asking anyone's permission first. She started saying "I don't want to" out loud in ordinary sentences about ordinary things. And each time, the world didn't end. Nobody punished her for having a preference. 4 years later, Grace was running the department she used to just answer phones for. Her kids had never once, in that time, heard her cry in a locked room, because she no longer needed one. She still remembers the woman on the air mattress at 33, terrified she'd made a catastrophic mistake. She wasn't wrong to be terrified. She was just wrong about the mistake. the mistake had already happened years earlier every time she went quiet to keep the peace. Leaving wasn't the mistake. Leaving was just the first sentence she'd said out loud in her own voice in a very long time. So if your voice has gone quiet in a marriage, a job, a room full of people who've decided who you're allowed to be, I want you to know it isn't gone. It's just waiting for somewhere safe enough to come back. Say one true thing out loud today. Just one. That's how grace started too. If this reached you, subscribe to Fortitude Tales. Your voice deserves to be heard again too.